Hello everyone. In this lecture, we'll be talking about the organic evolution and evidences of evolution. First of all, let us find out what organic evolution is. Organic evolution is change in population of organisms over time. Uh, Actually, it is the source of animal diversity and it explains family relationships within the animal groups. Uh, for the first time, the convincing evidence of evolution was presented by Charles Darwin in 1859, and he proposed a mechanism that could explain evolutionary change. According to Charles Darwin, organic evolution is descent with modification. This simply means that species change over time. Since that time, biologists have become convinced that evolution occurs. The mechanism proposed by Darwin has been confirmed and now serves as the nucleus of our broader understanding of evolutionary change. We'll be talking about the evidences of evolution. Let us first talk about evidences from. Uh, First of all, what is embryology? Embryology is the study of development of an organism from egg to its adult form. Embryology also provides evidence of relatedness between now widely divergent groups of organisms. The zygotes from which the development of all metazoans starts are single-celled and can be compared to the simple protozoans. The zygote soon becomes multicellular, forming morula, blastula, and later gastrula. The blastula can be compared to a colony of protozoans. Upon gastrulation, the embryo is cylindrate-like, but soon it acquires a triploblastic grade of construction resembling the platyhelminthes. This indicates the monophyletic origin. The early stages of development of the embryos of fishes, salamanders, tortoises, chick, rabbit, and man show peculiar similarity. And this is quite evident from this fact that evolution has occurred. For example, all vertebrate embryos, including humans, exhibit gill slits and tails at some point in their early development. These disappear in the adults of terrestrial groups but are maintained in adult forms of aquatic groups such as fish and some amphibians. Great ape embryos, including humans, have a tail structure during their development that is lost by the time of the birth. Evidence from paleontological evolution. The study of past life with the help of fossil is known as the science of paleontology. The field of paleontology is important to the support and understanding of evolution. This is actually the study of prehistoric life, including fossils, footprints, and past climatic events. As organisms die, they become part of the ground. Often they leave behind bones and imprints which allow us to see what they looked like millions of years ago. Because new layers of ground and fossil form on top of all layers, this fossil record forms a sort of biological timeline. The fossil record shows us the sequence of historical changes in organisms. Most primitive forms of life are present in the oldest rocks. From older to recent strata, there is a succession of higher and more complex forms. In many cases, a group arose in one era or period and remained scarce. However, in the next era or period, it became dominant due to adaptive radiation. Evidence of evolution from molecular biology. This is very simple. All of you know that all living things share the same genetic material, the same highly similar genetic codes, the same basic process of gene expression, that is transcription and translation, the same molecular building blocks such as amino acids. Now, all of these shared features suggest that all living things are descended from a common ancestor and that this ancestor had DNA as its genetic material, used the genetic code, and expressed its gene by transcription and translation. Present-day organisms all share these features because they were inherited from the ancestor. So that this gives a clear idea about the evidence of evolution.